Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the omni-channel setup in Salesforce. So specifically I'm going to talk about the omni-channel setup for the cases. So as you know, cases are the objects in Salesforce which record the issues which your customers face, which the customers of a company face. So a company who utilizes the service cloud of Salesforce for serving their customers they file the cases in Salesforce via various channels like a phone call, an email, or maybe directly using a web form. Okay, so so cases come from various routes and ultimately they end up suppose they end up in a case record in Salesforce. So whenever a case gets records, every company who wants to service their customers better, it would want that the case it gets resolved as soon as possible, so that their customers they are happy, and so that their customers they stay with the company for a long run. Okay, so that is the importance of omni-channel, because omni-channel it helps in routing those cases to the appropriate agents as per their availability and their skills, and it it it's a setup in place so that no manual no human intervention is needed here. Case gets automatically routed to an agent. Okay, so work gets done faster because it's an automated flow. So as soon as case gets created, instantly it gets routed to any available online agent. Okay, so it is very efficient. So as a developer, because I'm not a customer service agent, so I don't have an experience with I don't have the exact experience of working in a real company's service cloud. But as a developer, sometimes we create some apps which need the we create apps, and our apps they go to QA for the quality analysis, and QA kind of they become the end user for our apps, and they have to do the whole setup on their own. Okay, so they have to set up the omni-channel, and accordingly they will kind of create cases, and they will check the whole routing config, whether the routing is working as expected or not. So it becomes a prerequisite for a developer that we must also know the setup and what are its implications behind the scene, as for the backend developers like us, who will use the cases object to fetch the cases or skills or any other objects which are behind the scene. It's not visible in the Salesforce UI, but it gets used by us for our apps. Okay, so today we are going to just understand the setup, that's all. And what I will show you in this video, first of all I will show you a demo where I will create a case, and I will show you that the case gets routed to the agent, okay, automatically. And then I will one by one I will go through this setup, and I will tell you that how the setup, what are the various configurations which affect the kind of setup we will have. And to be more specific, I will tell you about the skill based routing today. Okay, we can because we can route the cases as per the skills. What do I mean by that is that suppose a case relates to some hardware, maybe there's some keyboard issue. Suppose I sell computers, and I sell keyboards as well, but some customer is facing some issue with the keyboard, so it's a hardware problem. So the agent who has the skills who has the knowledge about the hardwares in specific specifically the keywords. So I would want that that case gets routed to that agent. Okay, so for that I must match the skills, that what are the needed skills for solving the case, and which agents they who has those skills, which are those agents, and are those agents available right now when the case got created. Is there any agent who has uh, the required skills, and not just the required skills, the level of skill. So we can have the levels of the skill. Suppose us agent who has a skill level of 10, it is the high topmost level. So I mean that that agent is the expert in that particular skill, and any other suppose 5, so that is the lower level. Okay, so that is the whole agenda of the video. So let me shorten my screen and I will take you to the Salesforce Omni-Channel. Okay, so I have opened the Omni-Channel home here. Okay, so for this all you just need to do is go to setup from here, and in setup you search this Omni and you will see Omni-Channel here. So most of the configurations, they are within this Omni-Channel what we can call this is the side panel, which carries the various subparts of the Omni-Channel configuration. Okay, so before we go into these, before we do all these configurations, there are some prerequisites and I have noted them down here. First is that we must have the users in specifically customer agents, customer service agents. Okay, and they must have this particular checkbox ticked against the, in their user account. Okay, so it must be a service cloud agent. Second is we must have the service channel for the case object. I will show you what it is. And then there is a skills based routing, which we will do after doing this. Okay, and for this we must have skills and case types records in place to match with each other. See, skills are assigned to the agents, our resources, and case type is kind of the type of case, I mean the kind of skill that is needed for solving a case. So we must match this to skills of the agents so that we can find which agents are the best suited. Okay, so first of all let me show you what is a service cloud user. See, in when you go to use this setup, you go to users. So you must have a user like this one, like I have created here, which will have a profile of custom support profile. Okay, support profile, user license will be Salesforce, and this must be ticked, service cloud user. So the person must be a service cloud user. So what happens when this is ticked is that the user can have access to this service console. Okay, so in service console one can this is my omni-channel, so this will become visible, and the cases can be routed to the agent if the agent is a service cloud user. Okay. Okay, so second prerequisite is service channels. So let us go to setup here and we will search for service channel. Okay, so you can have various kinds of service channels, but because we want to work with cases right now, So for cases, we must have this kind of service channel where your Salesforce object is case. So you can see that I have other options here, but I have chosen case, and you can give any name to it, and automatically accept work requests. See, what is this? Work items from this service channel open automatically in the agent's workspace, so that the agent doesn't have to manually accept it. So if this is ticked, so in that case, whenever the case gets routed, whenever the criteria matches, suppose my criteria is that there must be a skills match, and the agent must be online, and he must have the required capacity, means he is available and he is not overloaded with the work. So in that case, if this is ticked, then the service then the case will get automatically assigned to the user. Okay, I will show you demo for this. So if this is ticked, that will happen. Okay, so this is the service channel, second prerequisite. And third is, for skills based routing, you must have the skills and case types. So let me show you what is skills. Okay, so these are the skills. Okay, under omni-channel you can see I have electrician skill, and there is a IT software specialist. So you can create new skills. Suppose I am a suppose this is a skill, keyboard specialist, maybe a specialist. A developer name, it gets automatically and we can say it's IT. Actually it's not IT, but let us just for now. And what is it? Select the user for chat only. Okay, we are not interested in chat right now. Assign the skills to the profile. Okay, so I want to assign it to the system administrator and custom support profile. Okay, because my users are support agents. So save it. So now I have 3 skills. Okay, yeah, and let me now show you case type. So if I go to case, we have to go to object manager and go to case, and fields and relationship, and then type here case type, or maybe just type. I think it is simple type. Okay, so here it is. So in this field, this is my pick list kind of field. Okay, so that means I will get a drop down whenever this field has to be filled. Then there will be a drop down, and drop down these skills will be there. So suppose I want to have a case type I want to give a case type keyboard issue. So case type is keyboard issue. Okay, so why did I create this? Because I just created a skill which is named as keyboard specialist. So whenever this kind of case gets created, whenever a customer has issue with the keyboard, then I will create a routing rule, where these type of cases, they get routed to the agents which has the skill of being a keyboard specialist. So that's why I am creating this case type here. I think I have repeated this more than once, and it might be irritating to you, but I hope you don't mind. Okay, so now we have this skill in place. So all my prerequisites are there. Now let me first show you a demo. Okay, see, as of now I am logged in as Sanjay Kumar, who is an administrator, and my other user, this Riya Sharma, support agent Riya Sharma. See, she is a customer support and it's a service cloud user. So let me just create a new case and show you how the routing works. Okay, so first of all I will log in and after showing demo I will show you the complete setup as well. Okay, now I will create a new case. See, this is my omnichannel here, and I am putting myself as available, I mean my agent. Okay, now as of now I don't have any work or a new incoming request. Okay, incoming work, this is the work which is already assigned to me, and this is the work which which is new, I mean I have to accept it. So when I create a new case, let me create a new case. Obviously I cannot change the owner yet because I am creating the case, so owner will automatically be me, but I will change it later to a queue. Queue is a kind of group of which I will be a part, and when I assigned it to that queue, my omnichannel routing my omnichannel routing rules, they will automatically assign the case to me, I mean Ria. So let me just show you that. Okay, we can have any and for type I will assign this one IT software specialist, because my this service agent Ria is specialist in IT software. Okay, and let me show you the game software is not working. I mean just it's a dummy title, I can just type anything here, not working. Okay, I hope that's all. So let us just save it. Okay, so my case got created, but for omnichannel routing we must assign the case to a queue. Okay, and let me check. I think I have a queue named as highly skilled. Okay, highly skilled agents, and as soon as I assign this I change the owner. Okay, I have a incoming work. Okay, so this is the sound of the work which just got assigned to me, and it would have come here if I had not done this. That in omnichannel, in my omnichannel, if if in my omnichannel, let me show you. Home. Okay, in my service channel, in my service channel, if in my service channel, if this was not ticked, then this work would have come in new section, and I would have the ability to accept or reject the work. Okay, if this was not ticked. Okay, so let me now show you one by one. Let me show you the various steps of the setup. Okay, I think I have to let me open the setup here. Alright, actually I have to first log out from my agent profile to sign in as a administrator, and this is my administrator profile, and because my agent doesn't have all the permissions for doing this setup. Okay, now if I type omnichannel here and I go to omnichannel home, it will give me all the required steps here, but before that I must enable the omnichannel using omnichannel settings. Okay, so it is already enabled for me, so you have to tick this one. Okay, and second is enable skill based and direct to agent routing. Okay, so when this is checked, then we can use the skill based routing. So you save it, and that is the first most thing you have to do. Then let us go to routing configurations. So in routing configurations, we have to create routing configuration for cases, right? So you can give any name to it. Okay, case resolution config, suppose I have given a name to it. And overflow assignee, what it is, that whenever suppose my omni-channel is full to its capacity, suppose there are 5 agents and all 5 agents, they are full to their capacity, they are working on their full capacity, so I don't have any worker, any service agent available for any new case which is incoming. In that case, if I want to assign that case to any particular user or any particular queue, I can set it here. Okay, so for now I will keep it empty. And for this routing config, right, I'm keeping one, the routing priority as 1. This is the topmost priority. Okay, 1 is the topmost, and if you go to 5, then that means there will be lower priority. I mean 1, 2, 3 they are lower, 2, 3 they are lower. Then routing model, so this is interesting, this is important actually. So, and these 3 models, they are important to understand. See, and even I had written routing model, I have this in written, I had kept it here. Okay. So what is least active model? See, any agent in omnichannel, it has a resource config. Okay, and any resource, it can have a capacity. Suppose one case requires a capacity of capacity equal to 2. Capacity is a kind of numeric value which we assign to a resource, an agent. So I suppose I have a full capacity of 20. Okay, and out of 20, whenever I get assigned with a work, for example a case is a work, I have to resolve it, so it will consume a part of my capacity. Suppose a case needs a capacity of 4, so out of 20, a single case will consume my 4 capacity. So in that way, at a given instance, I can resolve 5 cases at a time. So if my case needs a capacity of 4, my total capacity is 20, then at a single instance I can work on 5 cases. So that is the capacity. So what is least active model of routing? So suppose my 5 agents are there, and one agent is full with a capacity, I mean it is working on a particular work which consume its capacity, suppose of 2, and other agent and that agent's capacity, that amount of capacity that has been consumed is suppose 4. So who is least active? Least active is the one with the capacity 2, consumed capacity of 2. So if this model is chosen, then in that case, if a new case comes, then the agent who has the lowermost consumed capacity, then case will get routed to that agent. Okay, given that other conditions they also match. Okay, so suppose only if 2 agents are in online, in that case I am comparing the capacity of those 2 agents, online agents. What is push time? Second, let us talk about the other model, most available model. So most available, it's somewhat different from least active. See, suppose one agent has a total capacity of 10, while the other one is having a total capacity of 20. And suppose both agents, they are as of now their amount of capacity that has been consumed for both of them is 4. So what is the available amount for those two? For the one with a capacity of 10, the available will be 10 minus 4, and for the second agent with the total capacity of 20, available will be 20 minus 4 equal to 16. So who has the higher available capacity? The one with the capacity of 20. So this second model, it makes sure that suppose I have more able senior agents in my team who can handle more cases at a given instance, then I must give the priority to those agents as well, given that they are not already overloaded. I mean, they are available. Okay, so available as with respect to their total capacity. Okay, so I hope you got that. And external routing is a different, it's a kind of, suppose someone has a different system, external system, which is linked to Salesforce, but I haven't experienced this one, but and I don't want to discuss it here right now. Okay, so let us now go to the next field, which is push time out, seconds. So what is a push time out? Amount of time an agent has to accept a work assignment before the request is routed to another agent. I hope this is simple to understand. Suppose I am available and there is another agent who is also available. So case got routed to me because I am available and skills got matched. Okay, and I am, as per the routing model, it got routed to me, but somehow I couldn't pick the case. I did not accept it. Then it, for how much time? For 180 seconds. Then in that case, the case will automatically get routed to the second agent, second most matching agent who matches the routing criteria. Drop additional skills time. So set the time to elapse before additional skills are dropped from omnichannel routing. Okay, so this is the time for which the omnichannel, it will wait for an agent to make itself available or online who has the matching skills. Suppose a case needs a skill, maybe two skills are needed, and as of now none of the available online agents, none of them has both skills. Okay, so in that case omnichannel will wait for 260 seconds, if I have put it 260 seconds, for an agent to come online, become available, who has all the required skills. So I hope this one is clear. Then there is capacity type. So just keep it inherited for work items associated with this routing configuration. Select whether their capacity type is interruptible or if they inherit the capacity setting from this service channel. Okay, so let us inherit it from service channel. If we keep it interruptible or like this, it might have some different, we might get some different experience. I haven't experienced that. So keep it inherited. Okay, use with skill based routing rules. Okay, skill based routing rules. For this we must assign the skills to this routing configuration. So these three skills, they are linked to this routing configuration. Then units of capacity. So this unit of capacity, it is for my work item. Okay, work item, what is my work item? For this work item is case. So a single case, it consumes a capacity amount of 2. Okay, so I hope I already have discussed a lot about this. And you can either give this amount of capacity or you can give a percentage. Okay, so percentage will be helpful if I assume that all my agents, they are having equal amount of capacity. Suppose all have the capacity of 10, then I can simply assign that, okay, 20% capacity gets consumed. Okay, so that will be equivalent to a capacity of 2. But suppose I have different level of agents. Some are as seniors, others are junior. So in that case, I don't think I should give a percentage value here. that will not be accurate, I think. So let us you can save it and your configuration will get saved like this. So that is the first step. Okay, then yeah, you must have queues. Okay, what are queues? Queues are basically a groups of your agents who will work on a particular kind of object. For example, I have created this queue here. Yeah, I have created this queue here, highly skilled agents. I have given it a name, or I can also name it high or enter the name of the queue and the email address to use when sending notification. For example, when a case has been put in the queue, the email address can be for an individual or a distribution list. When an object is assigned to a queue, only the queue members will be notified. Okay, you can have this configuration in place and email to members. So whenever a case gets routed to this queue, so in that case I can give it any other name, but let us just keep it like this only. And you have to give an email to this queue. If this is ticked, then email will get sent to the agents members, and you can give it a description. This is a highly skilled agents group, or any other description. Then configuration with omni-channel routing. So here you have to link the corresponding omni-channel routing omni-channel routing configuration. So I have already linked my high priority cases routing. So you can link your corresponding configuration here. Okay, and available objects. Okay, so here is the object selection you have, because you want this group to work with cases. So I have selected case here. So in case if someone wants a queue who works on, suppose, leads, okay, lead, then you can select this one or any other. I'm just giving you examples. Then you can directly choose the members here. Okay, users. So I have my admin and my support agent. This is the Service Cloud user. So your member, they can be one or more than one. Okay, and it's not necessary that you choose all, or it's as per your requirement, and you save it. So that is my queue here. And obviously you have to define skills. I already have defined my skills. I have, I think, 3 skills, and I already told you this is a prerequisite, so that when I created that routing configurations, I can link that configuration to the skills. Okay, so I have already done that. Omni-channel flow, this is not required for now. I think we can create a separate video on this, because this will be a big topic. Okay, then you have to create presence statuses. Okay, presence statuses are like different kind of statuses that our agents can use to show their availability. Okay, so behind the scene there are only 2 kinds of statuses. One is online and second is busy, but this one, it gets visible on the omni-channel whether the user is available or not. Okay, so you can choose it available now, available all the time, whatever name you want. This will get shown on the omni-channel here. So if so this is the option I see here. Okay, because I am an admin, I can give any label here, so that my agents can be assigned with these statuses. But behind the scenes only 2 kinds of status are these. For this label I can also choose busy, it will not complain. Okay, but that's not what I will do. Okay, and this present status is for cases. Okay, select one or more service channels to assign this present status. So this is for service cases service channel. So this will be available for the agents who work on cases channel. And other than setting this present statuses, I also have to configure the presence configuration. Okay, and presence configuration, this one I have created this this configuration. One was default, there was one which has been, which pre-existed when I created this org, but I created new one and it worked for me. Default one was not working, and this, in the default configuration, it says that that configuration is for all the agents, but here you get the option of assigning the configuration to particular users. Okay, so I have assigned this to both the agents. Okay, and also for profiles, so I have chosen 2 profiles. So basically, what is this configuration? You define the capacity. Okay, so whenever an agent is available, maximum amount of work that an agent can handle at a time. So when I assign this presence configuration to an agent, for example these 2 users or these 2 profiles, so all the corresponding agents, they will have a maximum capacity of 10. Okay, I can also create another presence configuration which will have, suppose, a capacity of 30, and I can create that configuration for highly experienced agents. Okay, so capacity will be more for them. So this is important. Okay, and you have different kinds of options here to choose from, or automatically accept your work requests, or okay, decline. You can just go through them, they are optional. Okay, so I have already shown you these 2. Okay, these 2, make sure you assign these 2 users and assign the profiles as well. And also apart from this, presence configuration and presence setup, you have to make sure that your users, they have access to presence configurations. Sorry, I don't think it will be here. Let me check. Yeah, it is not here. Actually, first you have to click on the user and permission. Oh, 1 second. Not user, actually it has to be on profile, I think. User profile, support profile. Suppose my user has been assigned with support profile, so user presence. Okay, yeah, this one, enable service presence statuses. So make sure that you assign these statuses to the profile as well, otherwise these will not be available to the users or agents who has this profile. Okay, which profile? Sorry, not this one, this profile, custom support profile. Okay, this one. Okay, so that is the one more prerequisite. Then service resources, so this one is also important. So you have to create these resources. This is very important. And what is a resource? It's a kind of see, one agent, one individual user, I would say, it can work upon I mean it could be resourceful in multiple ways, right? So I can have a different resource profile for that particular user. Okay, all right. So resource is kind of more kind of a I would say technical persona of a given agent, or multiple technical personas can be created for a one agent. Let me create a new one here. See what you have to do. You have to give a name. Suppose IT agent. So that's an resource. Active means it is currently active, and I can give this resource a name, user, sorry. So this user has already been linked to another resource, and now I am linking it to another resource which I am creating new one. And what is the kind of resource? It's a technician. Okay, so earlier maybe the resource which I had already linked to RIA, that resource could be maybe agent, but now I can create another resource type here, so technician. Okay, so basically you can link a single user to multiple resources. And second thing you have to do is go to related tab, and you have to assign the skills here. Okay, so my skill is, suppose for this IT agent is IT software specialist. Okay, and you can give a skill level here. Skill level, suppose agent is perfect, so I will give expert, then I will give a level of 10. Okay, start date, when this resource will be available, what is the start date? So I can choose any previous date. I don't want you can also okay, so I'm assuming that agent is available from this past date, and date is not required, I think. So you just save the skill for this resource. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. There is a user, and you can create resource types for a given user. A given user can be resourceful in multiple ways. So it can be a technician, he can be an agent. So we are not limiting our user to any particular kind of resource. Okay, so this is done, and let us now go to the next step. So this is done. I think this one is done. Now let us go here. What is remaining? Presence configuration is done, presence status is done, routing configuration is done, service channel is done, skills we have already set up. Then skill based routing. So this is the important part for skill based routing. Okay, so when you click on new, you will get this form. On first page you have to give it a name, and this is API name. It gets automatically populated here. You cannot change it once it gets saved. Okay, this API name. Then for which object is it? It's for the case. This you can choose whatever you want. Then which fields do you want to map? Okay, so these are your fields of the case object, and I have already chosen case type. Okay, so case type, you have to choose the field which you want to match with the corresponding skills of the agents. So these are the types, case type pick list. So you can choose your skill like this, and this is the corresponding skill of the agent, and required level means how proficient, what should be the minimum level of proficiency that the agent will have. So this is the level which will get compared to the resource level, skill level, which we configured I think, yeah, this one here. So we created this resource here and we give it a skill level of 10, and for the cases which gets routed using this rule, the minimum required is 4. So this becomes this resource will be eligible, because IT software specialist, is that skill I chose here? IT software specialist. So this resource becomes eligible, and this resource is linked to the which agent? I think RIA. Okay, so RIA. Okay, so whenever RIA gets online, then when this routing rules they gets executed, they decide, and they can route the case to this resource agent. Okay, so once you done, and you can have multiple skills here. Okay, what is this? Okay, you can have more than one and save it. So it is already there. I think that is why it did not. Let me create another one. Skill matching, maybe matching. Let me show you. Okay, matching skill API name, skill matching, select an object case. Okay, so I already have one, so I cannot. You can make changes to the mapping, but you can't change the object to create new one. Okay, you have to delete the existing one first. Okay, so I think I gave you the idea, and it's not a difficult task to configure this. Please go just create new one. Okay, so when all these steps are done, I think your setup will work. Okay, so demo I think I already have given you, so I think this completes my video, and stay tuned for more, and till the next one, let us say a bye bye. Okay.